Will Williams ever get back to the top? Carlos Sainz might be the answer. After getting booted out of Ferrari last season, through no fault of his own, he's going to want to prove to everyone why Ferrari made a mistake. 2019, Carlos Sainz has solidified himself as one of the best drivers in F1. He played his part in the resurgence of McLaren, helping them transition from a bottom team to a solid midfield team, and now later on they became Constructors' Champions last season. Who's another fallen giant in F1? Williams. And where is Carlos Sainz going in 2025? Williams. Comment down below how well you think Sainz will do at Williams, and let's get on with the video. Since the start of 2017, Williams have been nowhere near where they want to be, and it makes people forget just how good they were between the 80s and early 2000s. In 2020, we saw Dorilton Capital take over the team, securing their future after financial struggles during the same year. Fast forward to 2023, and James Vowles takes over as team principal. And since he's come in, Williams has shown a lot of potential in getting themselves back in towards the midfield. Now in 2025, Carlos Sainz is joining the team, and it shows the direction Williams want to go in. Sainz is one of the best drivers in F1, and for him to be attracted to Williams means that he's clearly been shown a clear path and a clear vision by James Vowles on how they're going to get the car back to where they want it to be. Sainz has shown he's a very good driver when it comes to helping teams climb back up the championship standings. In 2019, he joined McLaren just after they had a really bad 2018 season. During 2019, Carlos was able to achieve a lot of high points finishes, and he even got a podium in Brazil after Hamilton's penalty. Bearing in mind he started all the way from the back of the grid, and by the time he left McLaren in 2020, he helped them become a really solid midfield team. And then in 2021, Carlos Sainz joined Ferrari. Again, just after the team had a really terrible 2020 season. That was probably the worst season Ferrari have ever had in their history. In 2021, the Ferrari still wasn't on the right track, but Carlos Sainz was still able to get points alongside Leclerc. And overall, Ferrari still had a solid season in 2021, getting a lot of podiums. And then in 2022, Ferrari were one of the best teams. Carlos got his first win at Silverstone and solidified himself as one of the best drivers currently in F1. In the last few seasons, he's managed to get wins in Australia, Mexico and Singapore, and now he finds himself at Williams, another team who used to be really successful in F1 but have been struggling in recent years. Carlos is coming to Williams in the prime years of his career. He is now a very experienced driver and is entering his 10th year in F1. How was 2015 10 years ago? So his teammate's going to be Alex Albon, and as good as Albon's been for Williams in the last few seasons, and to be fair, since 2022 Albon really has carried Williams on his back, I think Sainz is just that even better driver that Williams really need. We've seen in the past Carlos is able to drag the car to places it should not be, so even if Williams is not that great this season, I think Sainz will still be able to score consistent points, something I don't think Alex Albon would be able to do. Sainz is going to come into this season determined to prove Ferrari wrong and show them why they shouldn't have booted him out. Now this is crucial for Williams because when you score points, obviously it goes towards the Constructors' Championship, and the higher you finish in the Constructors, the more prize money you're going to get from the FIA. For teams like Williams, who don't have the money like Mercedes or Ferrari or Red Bull, that prize money goes a long way. Also, Carlos is very consistent, and you never really see him damage the car, which is another major thing for Williams, because we've seen so much over recent seasons that their drivers have damaged their cars consistently. It got to the point last season in Australia where they couldn't build another car for Albon, and they had to take one of their drivers out the race because they just couldn't afford the parts. Money Williams has spent over the last few seasons on repairing their car has been really costly, because that money could have gone to upgrading the car. A few years ago that wouldn't have mattered as much, but now we've got the cost cap. Every penny matters and really does need to be spent on development of the car, so that's the most important thing. I think at the moment Williams have everything in place they need to get back towards a top midfield team. James Vowles is very ambitious, and I think so far he has been a really good team principal for Williams. We saw at Mercedes he knows what is needed to succeed in F1 under the guidance of Toto Wolff. Everything James Vowles has learned to be a team principal, he's learned it from Toto Wolff. We all know Toto Wolff knows how to win a Constructors' Championship and Drivers' Championships. Otherwise Mercedes would not have won every single championship between 2014 and 2021. James Vowles knows how to be ruthless. We saw that last season when Sargent got booted out the team halfway through because he was not good enough. And that's what a good team principal does. He makes tough decisions, but decisions that need to be made. And I feel like he's made a really tight team in Williams where everyone supports each other. Albon is a really second solid driver. Yes, second driver. Do you really think Albon's going to be the main driver over Sainz, especially when he's not won a race? No, didn't think so. Albon has done the best possible job he can do at Williams to get them back towards a solid midfield team, but now it's time for someone else to take over, so the team can step into an even further direction and become one of the best midfield teams and not a team at the bottom of the midfield who don't really score points that often, and Carlos Sainz is the perfect driver to do that with. Overall, Carlos Sainz has a lot to prove this season. He's going to be able to give Williams great feedback and development on the car for 2026, which I think is the season Williams really are focusing on rather than 2025. This will go a long way, and Carlos clearly sees the ambition of James Vowles, otherwise he would never have gone to Williams. My only concern about Carlos Sainz going to Williams is he going to want to stick around if an offer from a top team does come in, and I think with that it could go either way. If Williams show Carlos that the car is improving and they are going to get back towards the top, then I think Carlos will stay, but if there's no sign of improvement, I think Carlos will want to go. However, Sainz has said he is in Williams for the long run. I do also think he's already kind of proven that, otherwise he probably would have gone to Audi. But then again, Audi will have just as much of a mountain to climb as Williams currently do. So Carlos Sainz to Williams is something to really watch out for in 2025. I think he's going to be one of the most surprising drivers on the grid. Comment down below how well you think Sainz will do this season at Williams, and if you think Sainz will be there for the long run. Sainz is honestly one of the best F1 drivers at the moment, but if you want to hear about one of the worst F1 drivers, click on this video here. As always, thank you so much for watching, subscribe to the channel for more F1 content, and I'll see you all in the next one.